So right off the bat, we just want to say thank you to our subscribers. The goal of this video is to really reach out to our community and have a video designed to specifically speak with you and kind of get, a judge of how you guys are feeling about this channel. It really was our first goal, and we've actually accomplished one of our other big goals, which is
our first sponsor.
We got our first sponsor too.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Really, for me, this channel was at first an excuse just to play games with my friends. Really, we all have very busy lives. Everybody that's participating in this channel, we're all very busy outside of YouTube, but it was really for me
it's great to get together and
an excuse to get together with my friends more often and just play the game that I love. And really the second goal for me with this channel is to find a community of people just like us that love Magic the Gathering, that love making decks and playing games. And even if you're brand new to Magic the Gathering, we want to help you feel comfortable learning and
joining our community.
Yes, and really enjoying this game that we love so much. And so really the third goal is to just grow our community, have this YouTube channel grow, continue to get sponsored and share products that we like with you guys, and continue to make our community somewhere that people can come to find more friends, to find people that share a similar hobby. So really this video is just
to talk with you guys and be like, we really care about what you guys think. That's kind of going into our next goal a little bit is you guys are so important to us. I do look forward to seeing all the comments and what you guys have to say, whether it's like your fun combos, your budget deck combos, or even just
it's honestly just
modifications that we should make to our decks even.
Yeah, it's great to talk with people who are just as passionate about the game as we are. And, while the channel and it does belong to us, we want this channel to belong to our community, to be somewhere that people enjoy coming and look forward to coming and talking with us. Right now, we have a pretty rare opportunity while our community is so small to be a little bit more personal with you guys. If we read all of the comments, we respond to all of the comments, and as we get bigger, that may not be a luxury that we are afforded. So right now, you guys really have this great opportunity to influence this channel and its progress and where it goes in the future.
The next goal that I really wanted to dive into is improving our content and the standards, right?
So our channel has a few goals that we really want to accomplish, and we're really reaching out to you guys to let you know what those goals are and to ask you for help with those goals.
Yeah. And with this goal, I want to make sure that with every video that you click on that you guys would enjoy it. And again, we are working with a limited budget. We are trying to kind of slowly upgrade our equipment and all that. But
we started with 0 cameras, 0 lights, we wanted to get together and play Magic the Gathering and record those videos, and we had no way to do that, so with our limited budget we went out and got some pretty basic options. But we're trying to improve. This channel is still very new. I think it's less than 6 months old.
6 months old, I think now.
Is it now? Yeah. So we're still brand new to this whole scene, and we're really hoping that if you guys can give us some constructive feedback. We really do care what you guys say. And as much as we're creating this content because it's fun for us,
we care about you guys too.
Yeah.
And so honestly, don't worry about hurting our feelings. Honestly, I'd rather know the cold, hard, honest truth, because that's honestly what's going to help us improve. And we really do take your thoughts into, we really do care about what you feel. And so if there are ways to improve, we would love to do that for you guys. But we don't know what ways to improve unless you guys tell us.
Yeah, and even if it's, maybe the type of content, if you want us to be uploading more, deck tech specifically, if you want some beginner guide stuff, if you want lore videos, we've tried dipping our toes in a few different pools. And let us even know in the comments what is your current experience with Magic the Gathering? Are you an experienced player? Are you returning after a long time of taking a break? Or are you brand new?
Yeah.
And if so, what kind of content would be helpful for you to watch? And what kind of content are you interested in watching? Yeah, and along with, improving our standards and the quality of the videos we're making, another goal that actually has to do with numbers is we want to reach 1,000 subscribers. That is, our first goal was 500, now we're going for 1,000. And once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we'll probably do another video similar to this one. And we're trying to just help our community continue to grow and to continue to find people who enjoy Magic the Gathering just like us.
Well, and create a positive community that not only are you guys going to be talking with us, but even other people within that community, and we're all super helpful in the regard of answering questions or even just sharing what we love about the game with one another. That's honestly my primary thing that I just love is seeing people interact not only just with us but all of us together.
Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunately one of the resources that we are most limited on is time.
Yes.
Most of us are studying as we're working while we're doing this channel, but we really do want to make sure that we're dedicating enough time to you guys, and it'll be easier for us as our community continues to grow to really find the time to, like I said, we already find the time to answer all of your questions and respond to all of your comments, and we're really hoping to continue to grow this community and find more excuses, really, for us to talk about the game we love and to play the game we love.
So to gauge what our community feels, besides of course just commenting on this video, we're going to be releasing some polls so we can just really ask you what you guys want. And if there's something that, even if it isn't on the poll, because there's a limited amount of options to choose from, then write it also in the comment below in that poll, because we really want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, and a few of these polls are things we've already discussed, like, what kind of content are you interested in?
Yes.
What's your current experience with Magic the Gathering? And just in general, what can we do to make our community feel more valuable? Alright guys, so for this next section, we're doing what we're calling a clean, fair critique. And with this, we're going to go back and rewatch one of our earlier videos. And we're not going to watch the entire thing in front of you, that'd be crazy. We're just going to kind of go through and find the parts and pause it when we find those parts to discuss and critique with you guys.
Our goal with this is just to really just improve. So take our own kind of, watching it and our own opinions of it, and also maybe even gauge your guys' opinions. If there's things that you like better, we want to hear all of them.
Yeah, this video was one that we weren't even sure if we were going to upload at the time, because we as we were editing it, didn't feel like it was really the best quality, but we thought it'd be very useful to look back on those mistakes and learn from them, and in this scenario, really gauge you guys, our community, and see how you feel about some of these critiques that we're going to be discussing.
This is a good deck. Before we start, are there any pre-games? If Leyline to Punishment is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented.
Whoa. Alright.
Alright guys, so we're going to pause it here really quick. This is pretty early into the game, but we already have something we want to talk about. So the first thing is we always resolve our mulligans and our shuffles before we even really start recording and getting that all ready. So if you're ever curious about that, we do it all beforehand. And then the next thing we want to talk about is Zachary right here, basically turn 0, plays out a card that completely shuts down mine and Rebecca's decks.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that is on us as the production.
Yes.
We should have, considered what decks were being played to try and have a more balanced gameplay. But we're also kind of curious. That was one of the critiques that we ourselves had when we were editing this video. Is like, oh well, 2 of our decks never really get to do
what it wants to.
what they're supposed to do. But maybe that's not an issue. Maybe that's a non-issue. Maybe it's something we were concerned about. Let us know in the comments if we watched Game Nights. They had a video they uploaded where they discuss their deck building guidelines and their kind of standards. And we don't fully agree with all of those. We still, again, this is still a group of friends just getting together to play casually more than anything. So we're not really putting any kind of restrictions on decks yet.
Yeah.
But maybe that is something that we need to start having a rule 0 and really start trying to
kind of make it so
filter
it
the
feels
decks.
more balanced.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments down below if that is something you think is, you know, important for us to try and implement, or if you're fine with just watching some more casual games, you know. Again, if we weren't recording this game, it would have been totally fine. We would have just shuffled up and played the next game or whatever, but because we're recording it, we feel like we're held to a little bit of a higher standard.
I will draw for turn. I will put down a I'm gonna put down a. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to pause there. First things first. The framing is just not good, you know. But we were still very new, so again we have that excuse a little bit. But that's one thing that we want to improve, and we have been working to improve.
Yeah, that's an issue that we've been actively aware of from day one. That we are still trying to. We have improved. We've made small improvements, and eventually we'll have it perfect. But that is one critique of ours that.
Yeah, like if it's gonna be zoomed in, it's gotta show the whole playmat and it's gotta be straight. And even like this clip right before. I mean, even just our framing on the front-facing view, it's pretty noticeable, right? We're pretty much off-center to the right. Jacob is cropped off here. I mean, there's a decent amount of space behind Caden and I. It just doesn't look right, and so I think that's one thing that we have tried to fix too.
And another thing that we really want your guys' feedback on is we've tried 2 different locations for recording, and each of them have their pros and cons. Yeah, one that we see pretty big here is we have a foosball table over in the corner.
We can't move it.
Cannot move
anymore.
It. Yeah.
It's as far as it can go. It's pretty much touching the wall.
Yeah, and we can't move that. But the issue with the other location, which we'll probably put a picture up on the screen right here.
It's a small room.
It's a small room, and
so we're cropping ourselves off anyways.
And the background is basically just there's a few different options of like fold down tarps. I don't even know if tarp is the right word.
Kind of like almost like green screen, but it's not green screen.
Yeah, there's a few different backgrounds, but they don't fill the whole screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say like they kind of look a little bit cheaper, and like I mean this background definitely has like the beautiful fireplace, right?
And it has a mantle to kind of decorate with Magic the Gathering stuff.
But the other one, we really don't have that.
It's a smaller space. So it's harder to decorate in. So we want to know, with this critique for you guys, looking at these 2 different locations, if you have a preference.
Yeah, let us know, because we're still trying to pick.
Yeah, and we've had the members of our group say they're fine with either location. The smaller one is in kind of a more centralized location. That's why we chose and started going to that one, is because it's, you know, more central for everybody to drive to, but we don't know if it looks quite as nice as this location.
I will pass turn to you, Jake.
Okay. I will that.
Okay. First things that I noticed, the music is way too loud. Like, it is drowning our voices out. We have been working on that too.
Yeah, we've been trying to find, again, as part of this whole thing, we were figuring out our visuals, our audio. Yeah. You know, we were really starting from scratch here. Yeah, and we have already seen people commenting on the music, and I guess our question for you guys on this one is, how do you even feel about the background music? You know, that was...
Well, the thing is, it's sometimes, like, it's really hard to tell sometimes with background music. I think that for some cases it's better, for example, lore videos. Mm-hmm. And there was a lore video that it was too loud with, and that was a complete accident on my part, but it kind of helps, like, kind of more with, like, a storytelling aspect. Deck text, I like to add them in, just because, again, you know, it's kind of... I like to do it with the theme of the deck tag.
Mm-hmm.
But with these gameplay videos, they're longer, you know, so you have to find a lot of background music to, you know,
put in the background.
this background. And is it just more distracting and just not enjoyable to listen to with the background music, and you're just hearing all this background music and this almost hour-long video, you know, or would you just rather have it be just us talking?
Yeah. And again, we are aware, this one, it's kind of egregious how loud the background music is. That's definitely one of our mistakes, but...
Another comment I did want to make is, you know, if you do like the background music, we'll probably choose more of a classical style than this.
Yeah, there's a few songs in here that are like...
They're very different styles, for one.
Yeah.
Like, one sounds like a banjo a little bit, and then the other one's like elevator music.
This one right here is like the beat just dropped.
Yeah.
It's like...
Sorry. Yeah, it really does sound like that. And so we'll probably stick to more of a common theme than just like putting background music to just put it in. But it'll probably be more classical because, again, we have to work with royalty-free music. So unfortunately we can't do any, you know, copyrighted music. So it's very limited. So if you're like, hey,
It's very elevator music-esque.
Yes.
A lot of it. If it's not the classical music.
Yes.
So let us know again.
If the classical music is something you would like to hear in the background, it'd be a lot quieter for one.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're like, cut the music, we don't care, just play the game.
Yeah. Or even just like keeping the music in like the lore video and deck text is fine, but for the gameplay videos, that is one of the reasons too we actually decided to upload this game. Is we thought honestly the kind of banter was still pretty fun.
Save it.
Yeah. We had a lot of fun with, you know, teasing each other with this game, and we love having Jacob on. You know, he's so busy right now in his personal life. It's been hard to get him back on.
Yeah.
He's definitely somebody we want to invite back on. But that was one of the reasons, is because we thought it was still kind of a fun video.
Yes.
Even if there was a bunch of other issues with it.
So I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 to first sacrifice my burnished hearts. I will resolve that later. Search my library for 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. I will resolve that after I tap 4 to destroy all creatures. Day of Judgment. Destroy all creatures.
Okay. Alright, I need to pause here. This is a personal critique. Like I said, being able to re-watch these videos has really helped me learn a lot of my own misplays and how to fix that. This one actually upsets me to rewatch. So, this is just general advice. 1, attack or defend with Burnished Heart unless your plan is to sacrifice it on the opponent before you on their end step. If you got the mana to sacrifice on your opponent's end step, do that. Otherwise, attack or defend with it.
Make some use of it if you're getting bored, right?
Because here's the thing. And second critique for this, if you're going to board wipe and you have creatures on the board, you might as well attack with them. In this situation, I had 4 creatures on the board. It is my first main phase, and I board wipe. And at this stage in the game, you know, there is a Planeswalker that is 2 turns away from activating their ultimate ability, and Jacob only had 2 blockers. So rewatching this one back, I'm just like, what was I thinking, you know?
I was wondering that too.
Yeah. So, alright, so personal critique and some general game advice. 1, used Burnish Heart as a creature, not just a expensive sack land. Exactly. And 2, attack with your creatures if you're going to board wipe.
Might as well get some use out of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's some situations where, you know, if your creatures have like indestructible or destroy all creatures you don't control. In those situations, it is better to board wipe before attacking. But this was a huge misplay on my part. I 100% should have attacked that Ajani's Planeswalker before board wiping.
6.
Well, assuming we don't
Cats
pass.
at you, and I will swing 3 at Zach.
You're swinging 3 at me?
You should
Okay,
do.
so
no,
you
wait,
go
you
down
should do
to
4 because then he can
10
clear
at
his commander
least.
out. Oh no, No.
No.
That'll still kill him, right?
They can't kill my commander.
Alright, we're going to pause right here again, just one more quick time. So at this stage of the game, Jacob has 37 5/5 cat creature tokens, and he has chosen not to just outright win the game. He can 100% win the game right here, but he's kind of explained like, oh, I don't want to win the game, I'm having fun playing, you know, which we're not in any way trying to get after Jacob. Yeah, we're not trying to shame Jacob in any way with this. Again, it just kind of comes down to, you know, if this was a casual game, that's totally fine. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's going to care. Jacob obviously has the win here, but he wants to keep playing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, again, when it comes to recording, we have to have a little bit of like a higher standard, we feel, but we want to know what you guys think, you know. Again, this video is 10 minutes longer here because he chooses not to swing in for the win, but
do you like it more casual?
Yeah.
Or would you rather be like, if you have a way to win, you win it?
Yeah. I know in a lot of other YouTube channels, we also watch Magic the Gathering YouTube channels, big shocker there. A lot of these other, you know, gameplay Commander channels, that is kind of something that is expected, you can still play it casually, but there is an expectation that you are doing your best to win no matter what. And kind of a spoiler here, at the end of the game, I actually end up winning because I play a white spell that protects me, and then everybody else gets taken out. So Jacob technically wins the game on this turn, but he chooses not to. Yeah. And we're wondering if you guys still find that interesting, if you would continue watching those extra 10 minutes after the fact, or if once we reach this stage,
you're like, it's kind of almost like a bit of a letdown where it's like, if you have the win, take it.
Yeah. And again, there were a number of misplays that led us to this stage of the game. Even again, I probably should have held on to my board wipe. One, I should have attacked this freaking planeswalker. Two, I honestly should have held on to my board wipe in the scenario where this does occur. But again, a bunch of misplays in this video, a bunch of just critiques for, you know, audio quality, visual quality, things like that we are aware of and we are working on. We just want to get your guys' input. And then just a little bit of a critique of how casual do you really want
the gameplay to be.
Yes. For us, again, we're just doing this because we love Magic the Gathering. We really love just getting together and playing Magic the Gathering, and this gives us a really good excuse to do that. And we just want to help build a community that enjoys it just as much as we do. Alright guys, so going off of that very last critique, one question that we kind of want to ask is, how do you guys feel about doing different kinds of formats, more casual formats? We have a video where we do Two-Headed Giant, and it was absolutely a one-sided stomp, but we had a lot of fun playing that game, so we uploaded it, and it honestly had a lot less issues than even the one we just recently watched. So we want to know how you guys feel about us doing a variety of formats, because again, a lot of other YouTube channels out there, they focus specifically on only Commander, or only, you know, even competitive EDH, or they only do online play, you know. So let us know how you guys feel about watching a variety of different video formats and types.
Thank you guys for watching this video. We actually have one more thing to announce, and we are going to start getting into clean, fair deck critiques.
Yeah, and the point of these are to get some more interaction from our community. You guys are very important to us, and right now is a great opportunity for you to submit your decks. We don't know how many submissions we get in the future, and these critiques are really to help if you have an older Commander deck that maybe needs to be updated with some of the new...
revitalized.
Yeah, some of the new modern cards or just some better options. Or if you have a Commander deck that isn't quite doing what you want it to. And we're actually the first one going to be critiquing Rebecca's Lothiel deck from that video we just watched.
Yes, it's one of my older decks, and it was definitely a deck made before I really researched how important like every kind of card is in deck building. I just put a bunch of creatures in, and just hope for the best. But
very single-mindedly
Yes.
racing towards an objective.
yes, but it didn't really work out. And so, you know, in this regard, you know, we'll have people, you know, again, it might be Caden and I, it might be Zach and I. We all have very different deck building strategies. So, you know, to have multiple people take a look at your deck and be like, hey, like, let's talk about what would be the most efficient way of doing it. And we also have a budget option, like, in the form. So if, like, you only have $10 to, like, maybe make some budget upgrades, then that's what we're going to try to stick to. Or we will stick to.
Yeah, and everybody, like Rebecca was saying, everybody in our play group has slightly different deck building styles. So even though Rebecca is our, you know, most maybe experienced deck builder in our group, we are going to be getting some other input as well to make sure that
Everything stays more well-rounded.
yeah, and you know, maybe you'll have a deck that I can understand the objective more, or Zachary or Benton can understand the objective more. So we're going to be doing this kind of, again, as a group in the channel, not just one of us critiquing everybody's deck.
Okay, that's it for our video. If you liked it, like and comment your thoughts. We really want to hear the cold, hard truth from you. Don't, you know, if there's something that you don't like, there's not really a need to sugarcoat it. I mean...
Try and, give it to us in maybe a constructive manner,
way.
yeah.
Don't be like, y'all trash stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, maybe in a constructive way. But we really do want to, like, improve and build a community that you guys really love and feel like a part of. So, and
we really genuinely are trying to be as community focused as possible with this channel.
we do care about what you guys think. You know, we read all your comments, we try to respond to all of them, and we're really honestly excited to hear from you guys. Like, it's so great to, you know, really feel like we're all kind of coming together, so.
Mm-hmm. And we love interacting with our community.
Yes.
That's why our first goal again was at 500 subscribers, and we now feel like we're at the point where we have a community that we can really start interacting with and really start getting some meaningful feedback.
So we just wanted to say to all of you guys, thank you so much. You know, usually at the end of our videos we're like, subscribe, but you guys are already part of our great community, and we're happy that you guys are here. So, we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.
And don't forget to submit those decks, because I'm excited to look at them.
Yeah, we're super excited.